Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is a follow-up to the previous two videos on the AAC OTM ammunition that I had tested for 308. Today I was doing some brass prep and going through doing my decapping process, which I use a dedicated decapping die, so separate from the resizing process. In the process of doing this, I was decapping 3 different brands, 2 different weights with the AAC. I was doing 168 and 175 grain brass or at least brass that had fired those 2 weights. In the process of decapping, I noticed that the AAC primers required little to no force to extract. Some of them, when I pulled the ram down, it felt like I was pulling the ram down on a case that had already been decapped with no primer there. So these primers were loose. So I broke out my micrometer and decided to try to quantify what I was observing. So let's jump over to the computer. I'll show you the spreadsheet I made and go over these numbers. At the end of it, I would love input from you guys. Leave a comment down below as to whether you think this brass would be safe to reload based on the numbers and the stuff that I'm going to show you. So let's jump over to the computer. Okay, here's my spreadsheet. Up at the top here in the yellow, you can see the raw measurements that I took. This was at the base. So you can clearly see that for the most part, actually not for the most part, pretty much entirely, SIG had the smallest fired diameter, followed by GGG, and then the 2 AAC variants. I've got the mean of all these measurements in the average as well as standard deviation. The important numbers here, to my mind, are the increase. So you can see, let's see if we can highlight this. This was the amount of increase over the baseline measurements that I took of, these were all measurements from unfired ammunition that I still have. So, and again, we've got percentages and the variance from the SAMI specification. So SIG and GGG were both under spec. The 175 grain average got pretty close to the 470, and then the 168 grain batch was pretty much all of them exceeded. As you can see up here, there was one that came under. Granted, small sampling size, but miking each cartridge was tedious, and frankly, the fact that these primers were practically falling out when I decapped them told me everything I thought I needed to know. But I wanted to make this video just to put this information out there and hopefully get some feedback from people that watch this. So if you're a reloader, if you're not a reloader, share this with someone that you know that is. I'd love to hear your opinions. Would you reload this brass? As far as I'm concerned, as loose as these primers were, I'm not really down with it. Having primers pop out and float around in my action, that's not what I want to have. So anyway, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.